Good evening, just got my son to sleep and it's time for me to eat. Oh, gotta get this plate out of here. Steal one of these. So it's time for me to eat some dinner and I'm just gonna heat up probably some fish, rice, and I don't even know if I have vegetables. This is gonna be a sad meal, but I'm on a journey to get a six-pack right now and not every meal has to be amazing. I mean, heck, the meals that make me lose the most weight usually aren't the most amazing, but they still taste good. They just wouldn't be what someone would call glamorous. Now, if you don't know, I am a dad currently on my journey to get a six-pack and lose this dad bod, which I think it's going pretty well, honestly. And I wanted to make this video to really explain what I truly eat to lose weight right now. And it actually works. So first off, right off the bat, I always make sure I'm prepping food for the week to make sure I have a good amount of food that I can just rely on, like right now. I don't have time to cook. I just put my son down and I'm just gonna pull out whatever I can. Like right now, it looks like I have some sweet potatoes, sweet potato fries, some rice, but I had rice for lunch today. I have some tilapia, some cod. Honestly, I'm gonna hit up the tilapia. And I know I said I had rice, but I'm gonna have some more rice. And another thing is whenever I don't have any vegetables to eat, which I always do because I prep for omelets every week. So I usually have bell pepper and onion always chopped up and seasoned. Which brings me to the first food that I always eat and has been helping me the most with losing this weight and not craving to eat bad food all day while keeping a very low calorie intake when it comes to this meal, and it is omelets or a scramble. At the beginning of the weight loss journey, I was really doing, I'd say, I don't know, about 2 to 3 eggs in the scramble, and then bell pepper and onion, avocado and cheese. But realistically, it started to add up to be too many calories, and Costco started selling some egg whites, and I was like, I gotta jump on that. So I started making omelets every single day with egg whites and 1 egg, and then bell pepper and onion, and it's one of the best decisions I've ever made. And I highly suggest if you're trying to lose weight and you're looking for a really good breakfast and you don't feel like eating oatmeal, omelets made with egg whites, bell pepper and onion, and a tiny bit of cheese, they hit the spot. And then putting some avocado gives you some good healthy fats. My son's stirring around a little bit. Maybe he can hear my voice while I'm talking. But realistically, I eat an omelet every single day, so that's one of my go-tos for losing this weight. The other thing that I eat is a lot of rice. Now, I eat a lot of rice because it's pretty easy to not overeat. It has a lot of flavor. I get jasmine rice all the time. I usually make enough for the week for my wife and I. And realistically, it goes with any meal. Like if I make pasta, like number one, pasta is fucking high in calories. It really made me sad every time I would eat it, especially if I was like gonna make like shrimp Alfredo, which the Alfredo is off the charts. But rice in itself, it doesn't have a lot of calories. Like I can eat 100 grams of rice and be happy, and I think that's like 120 calories, which right now I'm gonna weigh out. Let's see here. I don't know, I think it's like a 50 night. You know, I'm not really looking to eat a lot. I'm in a super cut time right now, and if you want to hear more about that, just check out my recap for week 7, which should be coming out maybe before this video. I don't know if I want to get 3 videos out in a week. Maybe I will. But so I'm gonna do 50 grams of rice, and the best thing about rice is it goes with anything. So right now I actually have some tilapia, and it looks like I have 1.5, so I'm definitely eating 1.5. I believe these fillets are from Costco, which that's another thing I highly suggest. Like if you're on a weight loss journey, choose a place you like to get your food and constantly get it from there. We love Costco. I have staple foods I like to get there. Like I always like to get a different type of frozen fish. Like to get different type of frozen chicken and whatnot. Whew, 100 grams right there, shit. Is this gonna be a mistake? Who knows, because I'm putting another one in there. 150 grams. I love having meals with rice and a protein and then a lot of vegetables. Like earlier today I had, what was it, like 200 grams, 250 grams of like broccoli, cauliflower, and was it steamed carrots as well, and something else, some yellow thing. I don't know, it was a Costco frozen bag of vegetables. But that's literally one of my go-to meals every single week is having rice, meat, and vegetables. I never call them a special meal or anything like that. But there is another meal that I love making all the time, and that's making taco bowls. Those are my go-to for prepping of anything. Like you just make a bunch of ground beef, maybe a bunch of like chicken or something like that, and whoo, It's a whole nother ball game when you make your own burrito bowls, taco bowls, whatever you want to call it. I call it better than Chipotle bowls because they're amazing. Right now I'm actually just in here to grab one of my favorite sauces. This is a Japanese barbecue sauce. One of my friends showed me it when I went over his house. He cooks a lot of fish. So anytime I have a fish meal, I usually have a little bit of this. Very low in calorie, very delicious. And I think the ingredients list is, I'm not gonna read that, but it looks like it's pretty good. Pretty good. I don't know. Pay attention to your ingredients because they've put some wild shit in our food, y'all. So now, before you freak out, I'm not putting the barbecue sauce on before I heat up my meal. I still got to get some bell peppers in here. But when it comes to these taco bowls or burrito bowls, like honestly, it's like my third thing that I make every single week. Like I always have rice meals with some meat and vegetables. I always have an omelet, and then I have taco bowls. It just makes sense. You always get a lot of vegetables in them. You always get a lot of protein, and you can moderate the carbs with whatever you want. But they just help me out so much. Like right now, watch this. Blah. What is that? It's like 37 grams of bell pepper and onion. Throw some more in that bitch. We got 80 grams in there, and it's probably gonna be like 4 calories. And that's the name of the game when it comes to weight loss. And when I make these taco bowls, I chop up a bunch of fresh lettuce, I chop up a bunch of tomato, I make a little bit of guac sometimes with some avocado, or sometimes I just leave the avocado uncut and then I'll cut it up when I'm making the actual meal. I make sure I have all my onions chopped up. I usually make fajita veggies to go with it as well. And then I either just like sear up a bunch of ground beef, or I cook a bunch of chicken thighs in the oven at my cast iron. Honestly, it's not about making things complicated. It's about making it simple and repeatable when you're losing weight. So it's like, yeah, I have 3 different meals that I'd be making all throughout the week, but like they change up a little bit, you know? Like I don't have the same protein every time with my rice and vegetables, or the same vegetable with it. And at the same time, when it comes to omelets, sometimes they turn into scrambles because I done-diddly fuck it up, you know? And it turns into a scramble. We'll do a minute and a half. But seriously, it sounds very boring, and it can be. But when you have a goal and you want to achieve it, you have to do things that are repeatable. You have to have systems and processes. And this is my system and process to have the right food all the time, so I'm not just binging. Because at the beginning of all of this, I was making a bunch of different fancy meals, and every day I was going over my calories and being sad. And that wasn't fun. So just keeping it simple is good. And then my wife likes all this stuff, so that makes it super easy. Now there is one other meal that is a staple, and please ignore all the dishes in the sink. Once I'm done eating, I will clean it out. I have to empty the dishwasher and then put these into the dishwasher, so it ain't gonna take that long. But the only other thing that I do truly eat that is a consistent meal of mine that helps me lose weight is smoothies. I get a bag of frozen fruit at Costco, a huge one. It's assorted. I think it's like peaches, pineapple, mango, and strawberries. And I put that in my Bullet, my Ninja, put it in this little puppy right here. Put it in one of these. I have PB2 that I put with it as well, which I really love because I was using peanut butter at first, but PB2 is lower in calorie and gives you more protein. I don't know why that is. I'll probably look into it. But then I also put in a little bit of milk and a little bit of honey, and sometimes a fresh banana. And realistically, it's a delicious meal. I love making it. It never is not satisfying. The only thing is that I want more. And the more you make, the more calories it's gonna be. But usually it comes out to be like a 400 calorie protein shake with about like, I don't know, maybe 30 grams of protein in it. That's pretty solid in my book. I'm not gonna overcomplicate this. Like, there's no reason to make eating to lose weight complicated. Yes, you'll find videos out there that talk about these are the best recipes, this is what you should do, this is X, Y, and Z, but honestly, it's probably gonna make your time harder. You're gonna be like, wow, this was really hard food to make, or man, it's so time consuming to make X, Y, and Z. Because honestly, it is, and people make it difficult for no reason. And I'm not about making it difficult. I'm done with making things difficult when they don't need to be, and that's why I'm eating a simple meal right now that is just leftovers or meal prep of other stuff. And I'm gonna put my sauce on it, which I put it on so many times that I know what 10 grams is, so I'm just gonna fucking... So if you came into this video looking to find out what foods you could eat to make you lose weight, is this actually warm? Yeah, that shit's hot. But if you came to find out what foods you should eat to help you honestly lose weight, the reality is it's caloric deficit. Just find what foods you love to eat that you know you can stay at a caloric deficit, and use a calorie tracking app. That's what I do. I use My Net Diary. It's amazing. And honestly, the secret is just eating less calories. So there's no secret food. There's nothing that's gonna make you burn fat more. There's nothing that's gonna make you tone up in certain areas or give you more energy. I mean, yes, there is foods that will do what I just said, but there's no point in doing that and focusing on that when your goal is to lose weight. If your goal is to lose weight, you should just be at a caloric deficit and work out occasionally, which, heck, I saw a video that said if you're over like, what was it, 30% body fat or something like that, that you don't even have to work out to lose the weight. And once you get a little bit lower, then working out helps a lot more than it would in the beginning, because all you have to do is just eat less. And honestly, that's the secret. So the secret food is lower calories. For real, fruits and veggies. Fruits and veggies. You know what? I'm just gonna splurge it out. Fruits and veggies and proteins and some carbs. That's it. That's all you gotta do to lose weight. Man, and not eat Oreos, even though they're fucking delicious. Oh shit, I don't know where I'm gonna clip this in at, but I know I've said what I eat to lose weight so far, but what do you eat to lose weight? What are your go-tos? What helps you out the most? Because I'm different than everybody else. What I do is not the answer. It's not the answer at all. Hell, I might even put this right after I start the intro, and you guys gotta watch the rest of it and see whatever I even said. But I just want you to know that my advice is not gonna solve your problems, and everyone else's advice online about what you should eat is not gonna solve your problems of what foods you should eat, because you have a different palate than them. If they tell you to eat rice and beans and you hate beans, well, you're gonna hate your life and probably not lose any weight because you think you have to eat rice and beans all the time. Just listen to what I eat and go eat whatever you want. Which, if you made it all the way to the end of the video right here, I appreciate you. I just want you to know that you are welcome to join the community and hit subscribe if you're a person that's looking to achieve goals in life, is willing to conquer the challenges that come to achieve those goals. Because at the end of the goals is building the life that you've always dreamed of. And that's what we do here at this channel. So if you want to be a part of this amazing community that's very supportive and helps each other out, hit subscribe, and I think that's about it. Check out my weekly update video if you want to know exactly what happened throughout the week and how I lost 7 pounds so far in 7 weeks. I think it's been a pound a week. Yeah, over the holidays, as a matter of fact. So catch you on the flip side. Oh yeah, and I forgot to add, I also indulge in a fun drink like every other day, sometimes every day. It's usually when I watch Survivor with my wife. But right now I have about like 90 calories left, and I know I want to eat more food, and I'm not gonna. So I'm gonna have a Snapple. I highly suggest always having a Snapple. So I always suggest having a fun drink on hand. I'm probably gonna drink this raspberry one. Yeah. Always suggest having a fun drink on hand, because sometimes water gets real boring. And that's okay. I mean, you can add cucumber and stuff like that into your water. Ooh, I should probably grab my son's milk for tomorrow morning so he doesn't have to wait for me to grab it. Get that milk. But yeah, just highly suggest that. Hope you guys have a wonderful night.